Good weekend. Ira Epstein of Linn & Associates with your metal market wrap-up, your weekly edition for Saturday, November 7th, 2020, getting on to 6:30 in the afternoon. 7 tonight, Joe Biden, President-elect Biden, is to give a speech. It appears that Pennsylvania and Nevada have gone his way, so mathematically, assuming that it stays that way, the game is over. We will have a new president and VP coming in and a whole new cabinet, obviously, in January, and a different attitude, okay? America's attitude with each president changes if it doesn't come from the same party, and this is obviously two polars. So it'll be reaching out to other countries. There will be if you will, an idea to keep spending. There'll be an idea that, no, we don't look at the numbers as hard. We've got to get everything going better. They'll be fighting within the Democratic Party on the far left wing, wanting to get their agenda in, not being able to get it through the Senate, which is a good thing for everybody. Balance of power in government is great. Go back and look. I think this is the recipe for good things. I think that as we look at our past economic data on Friday, our non-farms payroll, admittedly it's a little older right now and COVID's gotten worse, but you do realize people want to go back to work and the employment rate is just falling continually. COVID's going to pop it up a little bit, but what would a cure do? So everything's there. The recipe is right and we will see what happens now. So it's been 4 years of a rough thing. Now we get another 4 years, and who knows what that'll be. When I look at gold on a monthly chart, on the monthly charts, what's evident to you? Higher lows, higher highs. The trend has not ended. This trend got set in 2019. It has not given up. Each time the market's gotten over the upper Bollinger Band, it's fallen back, has not broken a prior low and come back to it. I see no reason at all for this pattern to change at this point in time. The number I'd be concerned about is closing under or getting under 1843. From where you're at, that's $100 an ounce. On a weekly close-only chart, the battleground has been the red line, which is the 18-week average of closes. From that number, the market tries to figure out what it's going to do. And when we take a look at a weekly bar chart, the market got down to that 1850 level, did not penetrate that 1843 that we were just talking about, and has since sprung up a little bit. What does the swing line look like? The swing line is not trending on the weekly chart. A trend would have higher lows, higher highs in an uptrend, and a downtrend, lower highs, lower lows. You've come out of, and I will put this right here so you can get a feel for it. You've come out of the pattern of lower highs, lower lows. We were in a downtrend. Downtrends end by the market often just going neutral. That happens when you get a pattern, and here you go, of a lower low and a higher high. That's the pattern that you have right now. Where's the resistance and support? Well, let's take first a look at averages. The 200-day average is way under the market at 1409. I don't consider it even remotely important. The 100-week average at 1550, what's going to make it go down there? I don't consider that too important. So the only one that I'm left with serious importance is the 18-week and the Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands are an algorithm designed to keep the market trading within them 95% of the time. 5% of the time, the market can get too eager to the upside or too eager to the downside. You see that happen in different areas. Bull markets, which this is, you saw it on the weekly and the monthly, tend to hit the upper band, not the lower band. That's very much happening still. If this market were to just jump for whatever reason, 2016.90 is the next resistance point. Momentum in the market had been pointing down. You see this? Now the momentum flattened out, and if we get an up week, it'll probably turn up this week that we're in. So assuming that's the case, it's still not trending. This market is what I'll call neutral in terms of trend. Bias is up, momentum flat. The gold-silver ratio favors the silver. There was a battle all week long in this market against the 18-week average and the 18-day average of closes. Well, they both have now given ground. The lower the numbers go, it means silver's gaining momentum. I'm going to do this week a special report on silver, not gold. I think silver is very interesting right here. Silver has the higher lows, the higher highs. Momentum had been down, it's flattened. The support is right here at 24.69. The market got up to 25.97, made the higher high. Should this market want to run, a potential will be wherever the upper Bollinger Band is. Now, it's starting to arc down. It had been just going up. I think it'll move more towards the market, but I don't look for the market unless it gets under 22.62.5 to lose this uptrend anytime soon. In the copper market, you've already hit an upside target and you have serious issues with that. The market is overbought, hit its upside target, has an outside day up. Should this week's low be taken out, look for an immediate challenge of wherever that 18-week average is, or maybe even a bit lower. I'm certainly not bearish long-term on copper, but when a market hits the Bollinger Band, it's often saying, okay, I've done my job for the moment. The trend? Well, the trend stays up. You have higher lows, higher highs, but you're overbought. In the platinum market, you had an outside week to the upside. Higher lows, higher highs. So what do we have in this market? We have a bull trend unless you take out this number in the swing line. In the swing line, higher lows, higher highs. Not in the bias. The market closed under the 18-week. You have a neutral market. In order for the swing line to be activated, it needs, if it's to the upside, it needs to see prices staying over that 18-week average. It doesn't have it. You have a market that is still pointing basically down in momentum. I have nothing here. I don't know what else to say. Close over the 18-week average. I'm friendly. The number I don't want to see taken out again if you're bullish is 830, 820, but the bulls need that move up and over that number. In the dollar index, the battleground has been, for the past 2 weeks, the 18-week average of closes. This market has stayed over this number, and I think under a Biden win, what we get is a weaker dollar policy, not a stronger dollar policy. I'll be talking about that when I do my silver report and explaining why. Momentum down, not in a trend. You have a higher high and a lower low. This is a big week. I think that the market needs to digest what went on right now. Should the market just decide to fall, 91.41. I am wrong in my thinking. If the market takes out 93, 92, let's see, 94.33, this week's high. That's not the right one, this one. 94.33. If you take out this week's high, something about this whole chart action doesn't look right to me, and I'll go back to the drawing board. But until that happens, I like where I'm at on my thought process. So as I said, I put out a lot of information for my subscribers. I put out special reports, like I'm going to do a silver one early this week, and I'm going to set up live webinars also now. So as far as I'm concerned, the fall season's here, the presidency for me has been decided, and now I want to talk trading aggressively. I pulled back, if you don't know that, for about a week and a half here from telling my clients to do anything, and certainly right in front of the election. Why? Got my license in 1969, folks. Been doing charting, teaching it, well known on television all over the country. And you know, you learn. And what you learn is a train's coming down the track. You don't stand in front of the train to try to say, oh, I can jump left or right just in time. You can, I can't, I'm older. And if you're wrong, you're in trouble. What if you're wrong and now the trades that you want to make, you're fighting with, because everybody has a finite amount of money, you're putting good money after bad to try to work out of that trade. Sound familiar? I just walk away. This is the futures market. There's always another market to trade. So in the financial arena, I walk away. Now I'm coming back at it. Saturdays, what do? Saturday mornings, I now record charts, all the charts that are in my regular subscribers, 40 of them, just weekly versions for the longer term traders. So I have people that don't want the day-to-day activity, they want the week. I get it. They can't be looking at the markets. I don't put out multiple videos a day. I'm putting out one video at 5:40 in the morning. I record it with all the information. When I do put it out, by the way, we give you a free app. It's part of the subscription price. I put out a push notification and an email that it's ready to view. You can either click on the email and look at it. You have to go to our website. You have to sign in. Everything is password protected. I cover the market in this exact sequence each and every time. And on our website video, there's a scroll bar that lights up. So if it's metals, it's big. It's not a little word. You know you're in the metals. Let go. It'll play there. Each video is typically 20 minutes long. So I really cover a lot of data for the traders, from everything what happened in Asia, Europe, America, what reports are coming out, where it's going. It's a heck of a way to start off your trading day. I do it at 5:40 because I know it's typically published by 6:30 a.m. Central Time. Anywhere in the country, people are either just getting up and the markets are just getting ready for the volume for the morning sessions to pick up. It's timely. That's what's important. For those of you in Europe, I'm sorry. My audience is America. You're more than welcome, and I have many from Australia, all over Europe. I can't believe I've got people in South Africa. It just goes on and on. But the audience I'm covering is the American futures market. $7.95. It's the price of a premium cup of coffee with your tip. You're going to get 26 videos a month typically. Again, 5 Monday through Friday, 1 each morning Saturday, the weekly one. How do you get it? Just go to our website under the word research. It even tells you about our Spider ETF video. And if you want my full research or you get what I write about and so on, that's it. Look for the special report on the silver market to come out this week. I'm